man. Oh man. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Oh man. Wait. Wait for it. I'm getting it set up, y'all. Hold on. Man, you know what? I didn't bring my. I'm trying something. I'm trying for it, y'all. I'm going for it. Y'all come on in while I'm putting myself together. Oh yeah. There she go. Come on in. Come on in. Tonight is the night. And I feel all right. I'm doing something a little new with my drink, man. Shout out to my buddy Garrett with the Hook City TV Cup. Y'all come on in the crappie class, man. Listen, before we get started, go ahead and take you a notepad out, a good writing ballpoint pen, number 2 pencil, whatever you need to do, because it's about to go down. What's going on? What's going on? Chris, what's happening, man? Dimitri, good to have you in early. I think I saw JT, didn't I? I did. Heidi, what's going on? Xavier, what's going on, bro? Putting in work, I see. Hey, man, I'm happy to have y'all. 26 people within a matter of seconds. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, y'all come on in. Let's have some crappie class. I just had to change up the title a little bit, man, but we're gonna do some information sharing today. Um, y'all know I'm gonna give the report, so we will be talking about Travel Tuesday and Wednesday. Um, and then we're just gonna hang out a little bit, man. I am in the backyard once again, y'all. The place I like to be now on these lives. I'm not cooped up in my little live studio that I set up for myself. I'm out here enjoying the fresh air. It was a little hot today in Texas, but it's all good. Yeah, man, get your scantrons, man. Dwayne, what's going on? What's happening, Slab Buster, guys? Welcome to live Thursday nights. I just want to say thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the support, each and every one of y'all. I'm not sure what this live how this live is going to hit today, but we're gonna go for it, man. I am here live. Y'all are free to ask any question pertaining to crappie fishing. Know and understand that I'm gonna try my best. I don't know it all, but I know enough to put slabs in the boat, to put crappie in the boat, to put donkeys, hee-haws in the boat. And that information I share with y'all like I do on these videos. Man, I did not upload last week. God, I've been tired, straight up tired. Um, but it's all good. I'm here on this Thursday night. I'm feeling all right. Y'all have to know, y'all have to know that the channel is still growing. Guys, we're almost at 37,000 subscribers. Last I checked earlier, we were at 36.8. So 36,800 some odd subscribers. Guys, if you're new to the channel, it would be great for you to subscribe. If you subscribed and have yet to hit that notification bell, you better do so, man. You better do so. Um, we have a lot of stuff that I want to go over, but real quick, I do want to say, if you need to reach me, you can reach me in the comment section of any video. You can reach me at the email address hctv2too@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram, where we're going to be doing some Sunday evening live events where if you want to talk face to face with Fish and Ken, that is going to be your chance to do it, guys. Again, Sunday on Instagram. Not on here, but on Instagram. Real quick, Asleep at the Real with the first super chat for the night, guys. Y'all know that anything that you're giving this tonight is going towards crappie fishing, keeping this thing informative and entertaining. And first up is my man Chris over there to Sleep at the Real. He's saying, so when a fish is looking at your jig, what are you thinking? What am I thinking? What are they thinking before they bite? Well, listen, I think that they're thinking, well, am I about to dedicate my life over to the cause? Because that's exactly what's going to happen if he's 10 inches or better. He's going to dedicate his life over to the cause. So, again, thank you, Chris, for what you gave, man. George Baker, man, lost track of days, thought yesterday was today. Right, George, I appreciate it, man. I actually went to do a bluegill cleaning, and I got a little surprise from a man, Will. He brought some of his family with him, and I didn't want to be a bad host, so I couldn't do two all at one time, so I actually ended the live for that reason. But thank you, man, for your continued support, and thank you for the second super chat of the night. And you know, man, it's going towards crappie fishing, keeping it informative and entertaining. Um, so Instagram, let's call it 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock on Instagram this Sunday. If you want to ask a question live, if you want to get on the live with me, man, please go to Instagram, Hook City TV. So we talked about the email, the Instagram. You know we have the Hook City TV fan page, so that if you want to come and you want to post pictures on that page, you're welcome to do so. I'd love to see the catches, testimonials of what you may have learned from the channel, all that kind of stuff, man. Also remember that Hook City TV, excuse me, HookCityTV.com, where you can get all your merch. Real Fishermen Love Jesus, the Hook City TV stuff, camo hats, regular hats. We got it all. We got it all, and we would love for you to get dressed out, man, because when you look good, you fish good. You fish good, man. Um, yeah, that's what we got going on. Last but not least, guys, if you want to be a supporter of this channel monetarily, if you love to give to the cause, which is keeping this thing informative and entertaining and keeping these videos rolling, you can do so tonight by hitting that super chat button, which is the dollar sign at the very bottom of the chat. I'd appreciate it, and then again, I appreciate everybody for being on here tonight. So, guys, let's jump right into it. Again, I have to give you reports. So we went to two different lakes to target two different fish. The first day we went actually south of Fort Worth. We went out there and we found fish. I was able to go fishing with my buddy asleep at the reel and our very own Hook City citizen JT, man. And I tell you what, from JT's All Outdoors, guys, we had an awesome time. I had my main man Hook City TV with me, Hook City with me, excuse me, from Hook City TV, the channel, right? And we went fishing. Um, JT and Chris was in Chris's really cool boat and Skeeter, and me and Dad were in the Crestliner. And guys, we had a ball. It took um, maybe an hour, hour and a half of just searching, kind of just taking our time, kind of filling out everything. JT and Chris were, fresh to meet each other. It was my first time meeting JT. We were on the water and we had a good time. But we were just kind of filling everything out, getting, riding around, kind of scoping out the scene. And then Dad came up with a really good idea. He said, "Now look, it is post spawn. We should be in the mouth of coves." And guys, let me tell you, when we went to we started at a brush pile in about 18 foot of water that I found the first time. This was the second trip to this lake. So the first time we found this brush pile, and I knew Dad was chomping at the bit to get there. So I went ahead and went over there so he could get to it, so I can kind of get that out of the way first, right? Went over there, man, and it was loaded, plumb full, loaded, full of babies. Yeah, man. Yeah. Plumb full, loaded, full of babies. We had a good time there. Dad caught a few fish. I caught a few fish. I think we ended up putting like two or three keepers in the boat. That was an 18 foot of water, and that was on kind of a flat. It was on a flat, and it wasn't much going on around timber. Uh, so I believe Chris suggested that we try a channel, or that he was going to try a channel, and I decided to just kind of hang out, hang around. So we went and looked at some channels, and we found a lot of bait, had some inactive fish. I do believe we were on fish in deeper water closer to the main river channel. I think we got all the way up to maybe 21, 22 foot. We did that for a while, and then finally, like I said, Dad came up with a great idea to fish in the mouth of a cove. And we know that we're in the post spawn, guys. These are things you have to think about when you're searching for fish. So we know we're in the post spawn, and usually in the post spawn pattern, you can catch fish um, anywhere from 8 to 20 foot of water, right? So we went to um, the mouth of this cove, one of the coves that I'd never been to before, and we started in about 9 foot of water. The third tree I looked at had about five really good keepers on it. After that, I kind of put a pattern together. I was like, okay, we're in 9 foot, but more importantly, we're in the mouth of this cove. By that time, I got a call from Chris. Told them to come on over because I'm starting to really see active fish. And I think at the time we had two in the boat. Within listen, D Crappie loves to call me on Thursday nights at this time. This is the second Thursday in a row, and I can't answer it because I'm talking to y'all. But I'll call him back. But 2 times in a row, guys, he did that. So we gotta let him know that Thursday night we go live. That let me know that my boy ain't supporting my channel because I'm on here live on Thursday nights. Anyhow, so we where am I at? Um, yeah, Chris and JT came over. We had 2 fish. Man, within 2 hours, within it couldn't have been more than 2 hours. We had jumped on that pattern and really banged onto some fish, and we had our limit. And the rest of the day, we just really enjoyed ourselves. My uncle Weldon came out, had a good time with him. He was the boat without live scope, and he still finished with some really good fish. I'm really happy about that lake, and it's not far from me, so that's the good thing, man. And it's good to keep, man. Here in North Texas, guys, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with the DFW area, but this place is loaded with lakes. If you're a crappie lover, if you love catching crappie, and you want to move to the Texas, region, this region down here, man, the DFW area is full of lakes with crappie. I mean, any direction from where I stay, just outside of Fort Worth, 45 minutes to an hour, I can hit a bunch of lakes, and they all have crappie on. So, with that being said, that's what our Tuesday looks like. Real quick, so the Wednesday we did some more bluegill fishing. I was able to take my buddy Early Williams out. He will, the third, as he likes to say. Y'all have seen him on a couple of videos if you've been following the page for a while, and he worked out. He plumb worked out. We were using red wigglers. I was so happy to find red wigglers again. Y'all just don't understand. Real quick, we're gonna stop and we want to say thank you to Jose Castro. He says, in your opinion, what determines spots you skip when looking on those blue Gilzillas? Love your videos and advice. God bless you and your family. So what determines the spots I skip? So when I'm looking, y'all know when I'm looking for bluegill, I'm looking at the bluegill beds. I'm looking for bluegill beds. And when I look at these beds, what I can see is whether there's fish inside of those beds. So on side imaging, what happens is you'll see craters. They look like craters. A lot of people, when I show it to them, they say, "Oh, it looks like the moon." So y'all remember when you see, Armstrong on the moon? There's a surface there. So of course we're looking at something flat, and on top of that, there's what looks to be craters, right? And so the craters just look like dark circles. So you have a light background, and then you have dark circles on it, or saucers, or craters, or anything you want to call it. Inside of that, if there's a bluegill present in that bed, it's going to be a white dot. So what you'll see is a black crater with a white dot. Hope that makes sense. And it's literally as simple as that. Imagine drawing a circle, coloring it in with your pencil, and then taking a white marker and just putting a dot in it. That's exactly what it looks like on side imaging. And when I see a big enough bed with enough fish in it, then I stop and I fish that bed. Simple as that, man. That's why I enjoy my tools, guys. Side imaging is a powerful tool. A lot of people like to compare it or try to compare it to live scope, but it's two totally different things, y'all. What is going on, Trevor Lee? What's going on, man? You know what? As I was getting on the live, I thought about it. I said, man, I think Trevor sent me those jigs as a giveaway, and man, I opened those jigs up and I actually used that black and chartreuse with the pink head Tuesday, man, and that was a part of catching my double limit. Uh, so yeah, uh, we're gonna have to do a giveaway on the rest of those G's because I used one out of that box, man. And I don't have. I actually put them in the boat, so I don't have them. I would love to have some of those. But Trevor Lee is tying some really nice jigs right now, guys, and he did donate to the giveaway. So he also gave us me and Dimitri a really cool shirt. So we appreciate Trevor Lee for that. So now, just to finish up my thought on Wednesday, the fish were finicky, and there was a certain way you had to catch those fish. They wanted it really, really slow. Really, really slow. Guys, let me tell you something. We have 55 people watching and only 22 thumbs up. It's actually probably one of the lightest lives we've had in a long time. We usually get to hit 100 or better. But hey, man, listen, I'm not even about to be fighting it right now. We're going to continue to grow the show, and I'm going to continue to be informative for those of you that are continuing to support, continuing to give, continuing to comment, ask questions, hang out, and join in with us over here at Hook City TV. So thank you, man. Thank you very, very much. But if you would hit that thumbs up button, man, that just lets YouTube know that y'all are enjoying the live and lets me know that y'all are enjoying the live too. So we've covered Tuesday and Wednesday. Guys, the beta choice for the bluegill was red wigglers on a 1/16 ounce unpainted jig head. We were using and we did well. We did well. Um, Fishing those beds. Tuesday, uh, man, I used a variety of baits because they would hit a few baits and then they would back off and then I would switch. And as soon as I switched, just like they saw something new, and they started again. So imagine, you got finicky eaters and you drop down and you catch two or three like hot dogs. Then you take the hot dog off and you put a hamburger on. You catch two or three that like hamburgers. You take that off and you put another color down, and then you catch those that like chili. And in the same way, these fish, I went from plastics, which we were fishing more of a clear water lake. And like I've always said, for rule of thumb, when you're fishing clear water, it's good to have monkey milk and blue ice in your boat. And for this reason, this cause we were using monkey milk colored jigs. It worked out, man. It worked out really, really well. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Trevor Lee. Thank you for what you gave, brother. I had the same issue at Weatherford. They wanted the jig really still, no movement in the jig. Still caught 33 in 3.5 hours. You were working at homes. What's going on, Angelo? So, let's see. Guys, that's it, baby. That was my weekend in a nutshell. Yes, we caught a double limit on Tuesday. And oh man, I forgot to say that Dimitri actually real stop, hold up, man. Look, the queen has entered, guys. Please, if y'all would help me welcome my beautiful wife, aka Management, which is another one of our moderators. She has entered in. So if y'all would just say hey Management or hey Alicia. Um, but real quick, so Dimitri actually came late, guys. This is the funny part. And the dude came in with his feet on fire, and he wore it out. Um, yep. I agree, Chris. Good seeing you too, man. But yeah, we had a good time out there. D got out there with us. And I had two preachers in the boat, man, and boy, we were cutting up, man. Had a good time, great fellowship. Eric, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining, cuz. Team MC, there you are, boy. I got it. I was about to get in my feelings. I hadn't seen you yet, man. I'm glad you were able to join tonight. Hope everything's going well for you and yours, man. Um, oh man, just share it in your group to over 1,700. So we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Lonnie Lon, what's going on, brother? Heidi Clark, thank you very much for helping me say hey to my pretty girl. Um, so yeah, man, Travel Tuesday and Wet Wednesday went really well. I'm thankful. I needed a break um, from life for a minute to just let my hair down, so to speak, and just have a good time. And that's exactly what we did. The neighborhood dogs are going off. Is my audio still good? Do I need to retreat to the house? Are we okay? Y'all let me know. Well, I put that title crappie class up, and I guess they got scared. We trying to have class, y'all. Whew. Oh man. So the the kids want to see me feed the fish again. I tell you what, man. If you stick with us tonight, I might actually go in there and feed them for y'all. Might actually feed them for y'all tonight. Um, we'll make that an end of the live kind of thing. So we got about 40 more minutes to go, but I'm gonna try to keep this thing informative and keep us going, man. We got 70 people watching right now. Again, thank you if you're new to the channel. Know that we do this every Thursday night at 8 o'clock, guys, where I open myself to to talk to y'all, and I enjoy talking to y'all. And in that, let me see, I'm gonna turn my little light on, see if we give me a little more color. I felt like I was looking pale. Let my melanin pop a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, um, 8 o'clock Thursday nights, and again, we will be going live on Instagram, Hook City TV on Instagram at 6 o'clock on Sunday, where I would love to take maybe 5 people. I need at least 5 people that are willing to get on camera with me and ask a question. Remember, no question's a dumb question. We're out here to learn. We're out here to get better. So yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Um, yeah. So y'all come on in, join in with your boy. I got to get some more uploads. I got to get some more videos out for you guys. I took about a week and a half off, y'all. I have not touched my laptop, and it felt good. I've been tired. I did a whole lot of fishing this past weekend, and I really got to chill out. Really got to chill out, y'all. Crappie Reed, what you talking about, man? Or Crappie Red, excuse me, Crappie Red. All right, guys. So listen, I want y'all to engage with me, man. Audio problems, Eric Daniels. So is anybody else experiencing audio problems? Am I coming through clear, or are there issues? Felix, what's going on, man? Anybody else having issues with the audio? Team MC, man, you gotta join us on Instagram, man. On Sunday, 6 o'clock is the time that we're gonna put in. Okay. How can you find Greg Nichols asked the question that I hear a lot of times. Jerry Lee, thank you, brother, man, for what you gave. Knowing and understanding it's going towards crappie fishing, keeping it informative and entertaining. Mark, what's going on? Sound does not match video. Hmm. Well, that's no good. Hmm. Um, I don't know if that's my end. Is everybody experiencing those types of issues? Sound fine. Okay. And we're on the same internet, baby. Okay, I will put a link to the Instagram on the YouTube channel. I'll try to do that tonight when we get off of here. Um, because again, I would love for y'all to join me, man. We can have a really, really good time. No lagging. Okay, that might be your end. Those of y'all that are having issues with I guess my mouth not matching my audio. I apologize for that. Um, All right, all right, all right. Well, we got enough good here, so I'm thinking it might not be on my end of things. Y'all keep me up on what's going on, man. If y'all are having issues, so we can at least take a look at it. Okay, so if you refresh your screen, if you're having trouble with lag, refresh your screen, and that might bring you back up to date where my mouth is matching the audio. We don't want you to feel like you're watching an old Godzilla movie. All right, so. Um, But yeah, listen, I'm ready to answer a couple of questions. I'm live because I've literally told y'all what I wanted to tell y'all. We had an awesome Tuesday and Wednesday. Um, Fished with JT, fished with Chris, asleep at the Real. Um, Fished with Demetric Norwood, which is one of our moderators. Got to fish with my boy E. Will the third. Um, so, okay, here we go. Dimitri Norwood, small or large profile jigs now. So this is what I think will be cool to remember is that during the spawn, the fish aren't feeding really heavy. They're more interested in spawning and what's going on. Now that we're in post spawn, these fish are very aggressively eating, which means they'll eat a variety of baits. Man, I use small hand ties, large hand ties, small plastics, large plastics, every kind of color you can think about, and they banged on it. So, guys, these fish are doing what we call putting on the feed bag. All right, they're hungry, they're ready to go. Um, and in that fashion that they're eating, um, you shouldn't find them finicky too much. Now there will be times where they will get finicky. We're in a full moon phase right now, so there might be certain times of the day where they're a little finicky. Um, and if so, man, if you know you're on top of fish, guys, I tell y'all this all the time. If you feel like you're on top of fish and it's not happening, guess what? Downsize, downsize. When fish are finicky, they'll hit something really small. Jerry Lee, we want to tell you thank you once again, man, and please tell the wife I said hello. Again, man, y'all made Jerry Lee is one of the first people I ran into in Alabama, excuse me, Arkansas last year, man. They really made me feel good knowing that they support me the way that they do. So thank you very much, Jerry Lee. And again, tell your wife hello for me, man. Hope y'all are doing well and all that. So yeah, that's why I always tell people have a variety of baits. You know, I know there's people out here that live and die by black and chartreuse, and that's fine. That's fine for them, but it doesn't matter until it matters. Y'all remember that. Nothing matters until it matters. So always be prepared. I grew up with my dad telling me it's better to have and not need than need and not have. I don't have a whole lot of everything, but I got plenty of jigs. And if I ran, actually, I don't have them there in the boat. I used to keep them in the truck, but plastics, man, from different makers, different sizes, different colors, different combinations of colors, um, uh, hair jigs, feather jigs, which are two different things, by the way. Hair jigs, like hackle, excuse me, like marabou, or feathers like hackle, um, and then um, plastics. Guys, I'm all over the place because it doesn't matter until it matters. There's certain days that want certain things. I have 2 inch baits, 3 inch baits, 1.5 inch baits. I have road runners or bladed jig heads. Um, all that matters, man. And it's just good to be very well prepared. I'm not saying you need to go out and just tear up the store, buy $300 worth of jigs. But if you see something that's interesting, and I feel like I got a pretty good eye for what the fish want. But I like unique baits because what happens is over time, especially when you're fishing community holes, those fish are seeing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And believe it or not, I believe that those fish get smart. I don't believe they're as dumb as we like to think they are. James Shields, what's going on, man? Um, and in that, you want to make sure you have some unique stuff that those fish can look at. I love creature baits. So to answer your question, D, whoever posted that, I like creature baits over tube jigs, but they both work. Greg Coleman asks, which do you like better, live scope or perspective? So for the type of fishing I'm doing, which is mainly vertical jigging, I really like my forward view. Now perspective, the only time I see myself using that right now, because I have used it a few times. Shout out to Summit Fishing, man, if y'all are looking for a perspective mount for your live scope. Um, if you are looking um, to see which one is better, and you crappie fishing, your crappie fishing, it's almost gonna always be a forward view. Now, if you're fishing bluegill beds, it is a good thing to have that perspective because it will literally show you the bluegill beds, guys. So to put it in perspective, um, no pun intended, perspective mode is like um, controllable side imaging, right? Or live side imaging is what you're getting. So You really don't get the depth perception unless you are really good at guessing how far away a shadow is. Um, but if you're looking for something that's on the bottom of the lake, on the floor of the lake, and I found it to be really, really accurate uh, in under 10 foot of water. Really accurate in under 10 foot of water. Um, and man, straight up, I enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. Um, but I only see myself using that when it's time to bluegill fish, when I'm bed fishing. It just lets my cast be extra accurate. And no, you can't see your jig on perspective, so that's another one. You kind of it's weird. You almost take away um, what you love so much about the forward and the down view, that you can track your jig. I mean, all the way into the fish's mouth almost. In perspective, it's again, it's more of a controllable, pointable side imaging is what that is. So perspective is cool. I'm guessing maybe for bed and bass, for maybe big schools of catfish, when depth isn't so necessary to know, perspective can really be good. It can really be good. But if you need to know the depth and you don't have good depth perception, because you lose it, you really do lose it. There is no grid in that fashion that shows you depth. It shows you distance, out in front and side. So, um, yeah, yep. Yes, sir. Um, let's see, going ocean fishing in Mississippi next week for vacation. Jerry Lee, cool, man. So FGE J23 says, have I ever been night fishing? So yeah, man, I've done a lot of night fishing. I don't like trying to record at night uh, because the lighting issues with the types of cameras that I use is horrible. Now it might be a little bit better with the GoPro Hero 8, but I use Hero 7s and the Hero 5, and they do not do well in low light situations. I've tried 3 or 4 times and just really had to throw away four good videos. But I can tell you, man, live scope at night is a blast. As long as you can see in what direction you're pointed, so that you can drop that bait on that fish like you need to, it is a blast, man. It is a blast. So let's see what else we got. I like tight line fishing with lightweight gear. Tight lining, I tell you what, guys. I took my buddy early. I've been wanting him to go bluegill fishing, and he didn't think it was. And I know that on these videos, these fish probably the camera doesn't really capture the girth and the real size of these bluegill. But let me tell you something. The bluegill down at Fairfield are absolutely straight up donkeys. Everyone hee haw, hee haw, hee haw, hee haw. And he didn't understand. And I told him, I said, man, listen, pound for pound, these bluegill fight harder than any crappie I've ever caught. I mean, even that 284, it was a big fish. It fought really hard to be almost 3 pounds. But man, it wasn't a whole lot of drag screaming. Every time we catch these bluegill, they're ripping drag. They don't give up. They don't want you to hold them. You can't take pictures with them without them jumping out your hand. It's just a total different aggressiveness. They're hormonal. They're protecting beds. They're on nests, all that good stuff. And listen, they are PO'd and strong. Okay, it's one thing to upset a baby, and you can handle them. But when you upset somebody grown, we catching grown folks, guys. These are straight up little bitty boy mans, as my boy E Will calls them, man. So we got him out there on those fish and lit his world up, guys. Lit his world. Which I like to see me do a trip giveaway if my wife would allow me to. I know we still have some of that COVID-19 stuff rolling around, but listen, I might do a trip giveaway where I take a subscriber down there to catch those bluegill with me. Does that sound like something y'all would like to do? I'm not saying I'm doing it, but it's something that I will brainstorm on. Would y'all like to see me do a giveaway, that type of giveaway, where I gave away a trip? I know it's been asked about before, but I would love to take somebody down there and just hand size, hand size. Ken Walter, what's going on, man? Felix, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I usually do the same thing, really and really slow, and wait for the bite. In the scenario that I caught yesterday, that wasn't gonna get you nowhere, man. It would not get you nowhere. Trevor Lee told me, yes, give the trip. I love to go. So yeah, I am really thinking about doing that. I mentioned it in one of the videos. But man, I shucks, I know it would be hard for a lot of people. I know we have a lot of people that aren't local that watch this channel, and I would like to do something for, yeah, I would like to do something for anybody to be able to win. Of course, travel expenses will be on you. I ain't doing it like that just yet. Um, but man, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway trip. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Anton Sharper says, "What kind of pole you have for your GoPro and where is it mounted?" So, guys, I shoot with the head mount. I don't use a pole. I use a head mount that I put on my head, and that's where I usually keep it. Now, when I have dual angles, I have a GoPro mount that is on my windshield that I use sometimes, and then I also have a tripod that I put at the back of the boat, right in the center, and I'll get a wide angle at times. Like when I did my river fishing video this winter, that was on a tripod in the very back. So those are the two ways or three ways that I mount the cameras: my head on the dash, on the windshield, and then lastly on the tripod at the back of the boat. Let's see. Man, it is a blast when they'll hit it like that. Oh man, Andrew, so you only caught two fish since you got started. Well, listen, I can tell you, man, that it's good to be trying, man. Listen, if you caught two, you can replicate that and catch two more. If you have any specific questions, man, we'd love to answer them for you. And then, these videos are laced with information, so I love for you to watch those. Guys, if y'all haven't seen that video of me and Dimitri when we caught bluegill here in Fort Worth last year, that video was blowing up, and that thing is absolutely laced with information, man. So JC, no, if you're talking about the orange tips on those longer rods, I think anything over 12 foot with the ACC crappie sticks, those tips are actually painted. That's the finish that's on those rods. That orange is the finish that's on those rods. And yeah, I'm not much of a tip watcher. I'm not. I go a lot by feel, and I'm pretty good at it. It's funny because sometimes I even close my eyes just to hone in on the feel sometimes. But yeah, Andrew, do not feel bad, man. Oh, so Ken Walter says, "Look, Andrew, don't feel bad. We got skunked at least 10 times before we caught anything, and guys, it's gonna happen. Skunks are inevitable. And if a guy tells you he's never got skunked, man, listen, I ain't gonna tell you to call him a lie. Just know that he might not be a truthful person. All right, we've all caught a skunk before in our lives, and honestly, if you've never been skunked, that means you ain't trying. Seriously, because I have had my share of bad days. Um, I watched those videos with the preacher man yesterday. Cool, man. We appreciate you for watching. Yes, sir, Andrew. Man, listen, and again, stay at it, man. Continue to watch. And I always tell people, man, when you're new at something, especially in your area, get friendly. Crappie fishermen are pretty cool. I believe they're a whole lot better than bass fishermen. I've heard some horror stories, which I've had some bad stories, things happen with other crappie fishermen as well. But for the most part, man, if you're out there trying, um, as far as me, you run into me and I see you out there trying, um, I'm gonna help you, man. Whether it's giving you a bait, showing you where to cast, where to put down, giving you some insight on where I've seen brush being put, or where I've seen people catching fish in the past off of docks, all that kind. I don't mind giving you that. I don't give my spots. And it's again my spot. I don't have spots. We're talking about public lakes, and that's why I make sure I have a lot of waypoints because I don't want to get stuck fishing one spot looking for fish. And that's I think how people get angry sometimes because they see somebody's fishing their spot. You know, they've been waiting to get to the lake all week. Finally get to the lake, and somebody's already fishing there. Well, what do they do? Well, you better learn how to find fish, or you just blew your whole fishing trip because somebody was sitting in a spot, you know. So it's good, guys, to understand fish, understand your target species, understand what they like to eat certain times of the year, where they like to be. Are they prone to get away from warm water or cold water? Are they spawning? Are they not spawning? Do they actively feed at certain times of the day? All these kind of things, man. It's just little mental notes that you can capture, and that's what's gonna help you become better fishermen, y'all. It really, really is, man. We got 94 people watching, 47 thumbs ups. Listen, if you are watching this video, if you're new, thank you for being here tonight, man. We'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button if you've yet to subscribe. Um, but every Thursday night at 8 o'clock, we're going to be here talking crappie. And during the warmer months, the summer months, the late spring, the summer, we're going to be talking about some bluegill fishing too because we are nabbing these big gillzillas, guys. They are donkey gills, and they're just as tasty. I'm waiting for D to tell me that he finally fried his first batch of bluegill. I know it's going to give him the shakes. I know it is, guys. I know it, know it, know it. So yeah, man. Let's see what else we got. I know somebody else has a question. Again, I want to remind y'all, man, that Sunday at 6 o'clock on Instagram, on the Hook City TV page on Instagram, we will be live. We will be live, and I want at least 5 people to come on, and I'm going to answer questions live. Y'all can get into the live with me, and we're going to answer questions for at least. I'll answer more if they come through. I think at best we had like 12, 15 people watching. I didn't give notice like I should have, but we're going to be going live on Instagram Sunday at 6 o'clock. I love for you to come over there, man, and answer a question. Look, make sure you know you're ready to be on camera because I want to bring you in. I'll send you an invite. You come in, you get to say whatever you want to say to Fish and Ken. If you have a question, I'm going to answer it. If you just have a statement or something, respectful to say, guys, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, man. Um, and we're just gonna have a good time the same way we do here. Those lives run a little bit shorter. Right now they're about 30 minutes long, 15 minutes long if we're not gonna have many viewers, man. Got out of the hospital Monday. Thank you all for the prayer. Charles Kane, amen. Glad to hear that you have gotten out of the hospital. We know that our God is a healer, man. So I'm happy to hear that. Very happy to hear that. Did you put together the reading list? What we talking about? Greg Nichols, reading list. Reading list, reading list, reading list. Help me out. All praises to the Most High God. Thank you, Jesus. Let's see. Uh-oh, there goes E. Will right there, y'all. The third, as he says. My man E. Will got on there. Listen, we just changed his life yesterday on bluegill. And again, we're not talking about your average bluegill, man. Oh, have you ever fished Lake Conroe? And if so, where's a good bait, small or big? I've never fished Conroe. It's down there towards Houston. I've never fished it, but I have seen some really good fish coming out of there. So I don't want to lead you astray, man. Let's see. My sister Tamika Craig again, just showing up. I was almost in my feelings, but my sister came through, and I'm hoping my man Marco is sitting there beside her, and even Mimi. Shout out to the Craig family. Says, bro, get busy and got busy and almost missed the live. What up? What's going on, sis? Again, we're just doing what we do. You missed the report, but we did have an awesome Travel Tuesday and Wet Wednesday. Bluegill on Tuesday. We did catch our limit, probably in about 2 hours, and then went on to catch as many more as we wanted to that we didn't keep, of course. State of Texas says 50. We kept with 50. Had an awesome time. Was able to meet JT. And again, excuse me, again, we fished with that's what I'm talking about. We also fished with Chris at Asleep at the Reel, and then Thursday we had the church. We had church on the water with my two buddies, Pastor E. Will, or E. Will the Third, as he says, and then Pastor Demetric Norwood, our very own, here at Hook City TV. Well, E. Will is our very own as well, man. He's been on video since way back. Uh, so we had an awesome time, man. We really had a good time. Good food. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me tell you something. Now I try not to eat too heavy on the water, and D made it late. He drove all the way to Fairfield late, y'all. Um, I didn't mess with him. He texted me that morning. We were planning on leaving early. We overslept, so I looked at my phone. I had a message that said, "Hey, I feel like I shouldn't go, so I'm just gonna hang around." And I was gonna hit him back like, "Man, you gotta come on. You have to come on." But what I didn't do, because I didn't know if God was dealing with his heart or if he needed to stay do something for the church. One thing I don't ever want to do, guys, I don't ever want to get in God's way. So if one of my pastors and all my buddies are preachers or ministers or something, right? Kyron, same thing, as a minister at the church. And I did not want to get in the way. If God is dealing with your heart, I don't want nothing to do with you. You stay away from me because you ain't finna get me in trouble. Um, but he ended up coming down. He texted me or called. He said, "Man, no," he texted and said, I can be there by 11:27." So he got down there and brought these amazing chopped beef sandwiches, y'all. I almost jumped off the boat, but I had to finish that sandwich when I bit into it. Mm, 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 mm. I was finna jump up and do my dance just then, but I knew I didn't have no cameraman to follow me. Believe me when I tell you, y'all know I'm a big dude, man. Listen, we ain't got to give me no fat jokes, but we know Fish and King got some size on him, right? And listen, that brother bought that sandwich with that barbecue sauce, and boy, I got lost for about 20 minutes. I didn't care what was going on around me. I had that joke on Spotlock. I showed them two preachers where they needed to cast, and we had away we went, man. Um, but yeah, just good times, guys. Listen, during these times, man, it's good to just get out and enjoy friends, enjoy family. There's a lot going on in the world. I'm not fixing to get all into it. Um, I think somebody said it earlier, Rip George Floyd. Guys, be safe. And in the midst of all of this chaos and pandemic, one thing I want to say, um, do this for me. Don't lose sight of God. Don't stop praying. Don't stop fasting. Don't stop reading your Bibles. Don't stop going to church. Um, don't don't let this stuff weigh you down to where you cannot function in life, to where you forget where your help comes from. Cause I do it. I'll absorb this stuff, man. It's just sad what's going on in the world. I'm not staying on it long, but I wanted to just say that piece. Um, we got to come together, man, because there's a whole lot of wrong in this world, and it takes all of us to make it back right. And in the midst of it all, do not forget God, because without Him, this thing will not straighten out. It will not straighten out. With that being said, okay, yeah, I ain't gonna go down that road too long. But uh, yeah, man, fishing is good. This is a great time to be out there. Continue to learn, man. Guys, if y'all are wanting to know how to navigate and find some of the old stuff that I reference sometimes, know that I have created playlists. I have crappie fishing videos, how-to videos. If you're needing help with how to clean crappie, I got the video, y'all. It's there. Um, People ask about catch cleaning cooks. I've done two or three crappie and bluegill catch cleaning cooks. That's on there. If y'all want to change your pace, you can go watch the ice fishing video with my man Jason Young up there in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we're catching these whitefish. Oh man! And if y'all have never ate whitefish and you have a chance to, listen to me. Boy, that I told you I'm a big man. Listen, Boy, that thing had my heart for a moment. I mean, I looked at that crappie cross-eyed when I ate that fried whitefish. Let's see. I think I got a good question there. Midwest, how much time do you spend with your fish finder on a new lake? So this is what I do, because I fish with Dad. I fish with Hook City, which is I know the reason why a lot of y'all watch this. I'm just the co-angler. Y'all like to watch Dad fish and cut up. Um, but as far as my electronics on a new lake, I'll case the place a little. I do a little bit of map study. I'm trying to get better with map study. I've heard the pros talk about map study, so I like to look at where I'm at. I know the depth range that I want to at least fish based off the time of year, so that's the way I can break down bigger lakes into smaller sections. And then I always want to look for brush around points, rock ledges, that kind of thing like that. But I like to scan around points because crappie fishermen are creatures of habit, and they put brush piles on points and in the middles of coves, in the mouths of coves. So I will spend only as much time as necessary because again I fish with Dad. He wants to be on Fish Fast. So once I get on those Fish Fasts, I pop them in the mouth. And if we are able to limit out or get close enough to finish, or I can kind of quench his thirst for catching some fish, then I'll go into scan mode again. Um, and that's actually what I'm doing on this lake that we just fished. I've broken it down into sections. I see a depth of water that I want to fish, or that I want to search, excuse me, and then find what I'm looking for, prayerfully. And then plan B, of course, is moving around. Moving around. I'll get into my navionics on my phone and I'll find another point or another arm of the lake or whatever it is I'm looking for. I'm looking for ledges. You can find ledges if you understand how to read. If you understand how to read the lines on these maps. Um, Drop offs, trees, bridges, whatever I need to find, I get in there. Like I say beforehand, the day before, and I'll just kind of case the lake, see where I'm going to drop in at, see how close I am to what I'm looking for. Again, bridges, trees, um, rock ledges, points, just all that kind of stuff, secondary points. I look for all that beforehand. So when I get there, I don't have to spend as much time on my electronics. And the cool thing is now we have this live scope thing, and that just helps you to cut time down even more. So if I had to give you an exact answer, I couldn't, because different lakes have different scenarios, but I try not to be on my electronics as far as in a search mode for too long when I'm head hunting, when I'm looking for fish fast. And then again, after I've caught those fish, same thing I did. Chris headed out Tuesday. We were done, I think, at 12:47. And the rest of the day, I just kind of moved around, man, looking at different trees, seeing if they held fish, finding more brush piles. I think I found four more brush piles that were absolutely loaded, and that's after the boat was finished. The fishing was done. I had what I needed, and I just needed to find. So after I get what I need, I love, if I have the time, I love to continue to scan for a little bit, and that just allows me to have more real estate the next time I go. So yeah, I hope I answered that question for you, man. Thank you. That was a great question. Any advice for fishing from the bank? T510. Man, I suck at bank fishing now, guys. And I think I've mentioned that. I might not have said I suck. Well, I don't suck at fishing, but bank fishing, I'm so out of touch with where to catch fish on the banks right now. I used to have a couple of areas during certain times of the year. I always tell people, guys, if you fish from the bank, spring is your time to stand up. Do you hear me? It's time for you to get after it. And then two, if you have access to fishing piers or fishing docks, you can find a lot of fish under those right now during this post spawn. And then if you don't have anything but bank, just straight up bank. There's no not much cover. There's no falling trees. There's no rocks or brush that you know of, around you. Fan cast. I tell people all the time, man, it's time to just get out there, tie a bait on, throw it as far as you can, let it sink, and slow retreat. And either you're gonna get hung up, you're not gonna catch nothing, or you're gonna get bit. If you get hung up, guess what? You just located brush, right? You just located something, some type of structure that those fish could possibly be on. So what do you do next? Then the next time I'll cast it right back out there. I find out how long it takes for it to fall, and that's how you can judge your depth. 1,000, 2,000, 3 1,000, and the thought process is with a 16th ounce jig head, a 1/16th ounce jig head, it'll fall 1 foot per second, right? So if I make it to 10 1,000, guess what? I can approximate that that's 10 foot out there. And if I hung up when I got to 10 1,000, the next time I'll cast it back out there and I'll stop at 9 1,000, right? And then I'll retrieve it. If I get hung up, then I know, guess what? It's over a foot tall. So then I'll cast back over again, and I'll maybe go to 7 1,000, which means it'll be 3 foot off the bottom since we're thinking it's 10 foot of water, right? We'll roll it back again. And that's how you have to work that when you're fishing from the bank. Another way you can do that is by using a slip cork, setting it at the depth that you need, and slowly bumping it back, letting it sit for a minute, slowly bumping it back. Slip cork is a great way to catch crappie, guys. I hope that answered your question, man. I'm going to try to keep it kind of short, kind of simple, so I can hit a few more questions. Let's see. Greg White asks, is this a good boy? I hate I'm on my phone and not on my laptop. I'll show you a picture from yesterday. This is an awesome time in Texas, especially to catch bluegill. They're bedding, they're spawning, they're ultra aggressive, and they want all the smoke. So like the young folks, they want all the smoke. So they will be fighting and biting, as my boy D. Crappie says. What's a good deal on the Hero 7? Only used twice. Depends on which one. Is it the white, the silver, or the black? If it's a black, for a 7, I'd probably still pay $200 for one. Let's see. Milton Basket. What's going on, man? Don't worry about being late. You made it to the party, brother. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate eating every one of y'all that came out tonight. If you would, we have 95 people watching, 63 thumbs up. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that thumbs up button so YouTube will know that y'all are enjoying. And do me one more favor, guys. If you're yet to subscribe, believe me when I tell you, this channel is continuing to grow, and we would love to have your subscription. We'd love to have your support as we grow the show, man. So please consider hitting that subscribe button between now and the time that we get off this live tonight. I'm going to keep it entertaining and informative, man. That's what you're going to get from this channel. Every Thursday night, 8 o'clock, I'm going to be on here hanging out with y'all, answering questions, giving you reports from different parts of Texas where we go fishing, man. Listen, I'm giving information. I'm not asking you just to watch any old thing. I'm on here giving you myself. I'm on here answering questions. I'm over here offering this fresh merch. www.hookcitytv.com. Get you some. Real fishermen love Jesus. We got the camo hats. We got the regular colored hats, blue hats, black hats, this hat, that hat. Man, we got you covered, man. And we have your size. If you're a big man, I got you, bro. If you're a skinny mini, I got you, sis. Listen, we got clothes for the kids, the ladies, the men, and everything else. All right, so y'all check out that website that my beautiful wife made for me. Let's get back to another question. Let's see. Have you ever caught a snakehead? Thank goodness they have not made it to this part of Texas. I hope I never catch a snakehead in Texas. Now, if I go to Florida or something like that, I don't mind, but I don't want to catch them here. We got Grinnell. That's good enough. What season is good to use a beetle spin? Man, listen, guys, I went and bought some beetle spins. I have people that tell me beetle spins are some of the best bluegill baits ever, and I would say this time of year, between spring and summer. I know that roadrunner heads and things like that catch crappie, and I don't think it would have an issue catching crappie with a beetle spin. So this time of year, especially, these fish, as the water stays warm like this, they're going to get active before it gets really, really hot, and then they'll get finicky. Felix, we got your size, man. HookCityTV.com. Go get you one, brother. Rod and reel combo suggestions or your thoughts on piecing out individually or overall freshwater lake pond panfish. Okay, so Justin, rod and reel combo, man. For all around, I love my 7.6 ACC split grip with a Daiwa Regal 1000. And I love my Power Pro line because it doesn't stretch and it's ultra sensitive and it's good with abrasion. So it's abrasion resistant. I like it in 10-pound test, and I think that is a very, very good combo for any type of fishing you could do when you're talking about targeting panfish. 7/6 ACC crappie stick, Daiwa Regal 1000 or Revros 1000 or the Daiwa line in a 1000, as well as Shimano Siennas. Let's see. Do I ever fish with a stopper? Charles Kane asks. I'm guessing you're talking about like a bobber stop. I do fish with those a lot, especially when I have a bobber on or a slip cork as I call them. Let's see. Jeffrey Clay, fishing for our shell cracker. Should you fish with a bobber? There is no wrong way to fish for shell cracker. We caught a lot of shell cracker yesterday, or red ear for those that don't know what we're talking about. We caught a lot of red ear with bottom techniques, with slip corks. I think I caught one. So if that's your comfort level, and you want to fish with a slip cork, by all means, you catch shell cracker or red ear the same way you catch bluegill. So let me just say it that way to keep it short and sweet. You can catch them the same way. Tight line, cork, anything you want, man. Yes, Greg White, this is a good time to catch brim or bluegill as we call it because they're on their beds. If you don't have side imaging, if you're fishing from the bank for bluegill, it'll be a good time to check weed lines. It'll be a good time to check, let's see, weed lines, fishing docks, they'll hang around, and rocks, riprap, they'll be around. Greg Nichols, if you can't find that line, I use that yellow. Go to Bass Pro's website, man, and you will find that high vis yellow or green in 10-pound test. And they even have it in 8, but that 8 is just too thin and it breaks too easy for me. Larry Watson, those crappie sticks are hard to get. Look them up for like the last month and they've been sold out. So again, we know that those rods are being shipped from across the seas, and you know what time it is, man. It's probably hard to get a lot of imports right now, and that's going to slow down the process. So I hate it, man, but believe me when I tell you it's well worth it, man. What's the best jig color for crappie in muddy water? So my rule of thumb, pearl wavy, is in dark water I like dark colors. In clear water I like light color or natural colors. So if you're fishing muddy water, black and chartreuse with the pink head is where I start. Um, Another real good one is Cajun cricket, which is orange and chartreuse with like a black flake in it. Those are two really good colors. One I've got from Richard Jean that I'm learning to use is red and chartreuse in muddy water, especially if it's a shallower muddy water. Works really well. Excuse me. Um, let's see. Yes, and Greg, you can also order it from Amazon. Um, Oh boy, so Greg White, that's a quote I've heard before, that 90% of the fish are in 10% of the lake. Um, I don't really understand what they mean when they say that. Are they talking about the water depth or what? Because I can go to a lake and literally catch fish all around the lake. So that kind of kills the 10% of the lake thing. Now, if they're talking about a water depth, if you got 100 feet and they're saying, well, from 20 to 30 foot is where 90% of the fish are going to be. Can't really say that. We're talking about panfish. Some of them might be schooled up out in 50 foot of water, 15 foot down. I might be able to go to these trees over these stumps over here in 9 foot of water and catch them there. So I'm not that's not anything proven by me. So I mean, and honestly, it sounds good, but what's the point in that? Um, is that gonna help you find fish, or is that just sound cool? That's kind of the way I look at that. And then too, I don't know what the person that said that what his thought process was on that. So no, I don't take that into consideration. The whole, 90% of the fish are in 10% of the lake. I don't. No, not for me, man. Not now. I'm looking on your website and I don't see that shirt you have on. Angelo. That's a management question. I'm gonna make sure the Real Fisherman Love Jesus is on here. It's got to be on there. I don't think she ever took that one off, but I'll check for you. Please give me. Come here, baby.
Yes.
Turn the light on.
Huh?
Turn the light on. It's getting dark out here. And ask mommy, is the Real Fisherman Love Jesus? Real Fisherman Love Jesus still on the website? Did you hear me, Lisa?
Daddy's talking to you.
Is the Real Fisherman Love Jesus shirt still on there? It will be on there tonight. So please check back tomorrow where we'll have the exact one, the black and red Real Fisherman Love Jesus. It'll be on there tonight. Um, so give her time, and by tomorrow, if you check back with us tomorrow, man, we'll have it on there for you. By 5, 6, 12 of them. You're a baller shot, call it. Let's see. Larry Watson, what are you waiting on, man? Did I miss you somewhere? ACC crappie sticks are restocking this month. Okay. So Angelo Dimitri has ordered one recently. Said they're on there. He ordered three of them. Um, Man, Larry Watson, I'm waiting for that as well, man. It is coming. I really want to put him on some of those big bluegill, and then go somewhere and get our hands snatched off by some crappie, some Texas crappie. I love to show him that. We're talking about Richard Jean. I love to show him. Man, I'm about to go in the house. All these beetles are flying. I feed his butt to my bluegill. I love to. I love to get in with him and just uh, show him what's going on. Show him what's going on. Let's see. What size line do I use for my brim? So I still use, because my 7.6s have 10 pound power. But I also like to, I put my man early on 6 pound mono. You talk about fun. I'm getting text messages from my man Kyrie. Shout out to my man Kyrie, man. Let's see. So yeah, I use Power Pro, and I also like to use 6 pound slime line is what I've been using, and I actually like it. It's not a whole lot of memory to it, and it's strong enough, and it works real. What's up, Ken? Hope you and yours are well. We are, man. Hope you and yours are well, are doing good as well, man. Kid Crappie just joined, guys. If you would check my man out, Kid Crappie. I owe the guy a lot, man. He's the one that sent me a message and said, "Hey, Ken, you know you can get paid on YouTube, right?" So I started monetizing and taking this thing a little more serious. And guys, it has been growing. So please help me thank Kid Crappie by going to his channel and checking him out, man. He's informative fisherman. He does a really good job explaining things, and he's mixing it up a lot too. Sand bass in the creeks, crappie on the bridges, and now catfish on the rocks. So y'all check him out, man. He's a growing channel. He's been around for a while, so he understands what he needs to do, and I think y'all will enjoy his channel a lot, man. I know, man. I need. They about to start talking. I'm gonna have to do something, right? Let me see if that worked. I put it on silent mode. Pearl Wavy, hey Ken, I live in Dallas. Can we have a church fishing outing along with Crappie Head? We'd have to talk about that. Send me an email, and we'll see about all of that. We'll see about all of that. Um, Man, boy, y'all got me answering questions. Look, we got 80 thumbs ups and 92 people watching. I really would love to make it to 100 likes. If y'all could help me by hitting that like button, that thumbs up button, I'd really, really, really appreciate it. And number two, if y'all are watching this live and yet to subscribe, believe me, we are going somewhere. Hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell so that you can get notifications when the heat drops. And believe me, guys, it's dropping. We need 14 more likes. And I know I got them here. I know I got them here. So thank y'all very much for the help. 11 more likes, win the game. Ooh, 10 more likes, win the game. Man, I love y'all, man. Thank you, each and every one. Listen, if y'all ain't been told in a while, if y'all haven't been told today, Fishing Ken loves you, man. I appreciate the support. I thank you for the way that y'all watch these videos, that y'all show love in the comment section. I thank you for the thumbs up. So thank y'all for listening to me and trusting me, that I'm giving out good information. And guys, I want y'all to know that I give out information, um, not just something that I've read on the internet and I'm regurgitating it. I'm giving you information that has been tried and true, um, tried and tested by me. I believe that a lot of the people, if not all of the people that I've took fishing or that I fished with, can tell you what I give y'all on these lives is literally what happened that week. All right. So it's good, solid information, y'all. And I know there's a lot of people that say, well, Ken, why don't you tell us exactly where, on some of these lakes, or you don't tell us what exact lake you were on. And the reason is because I believe it's important to teach you how to find fish, not how to find somebody else's spot or find how somebody else found fish. Because I'm gonna tell you, there's nothing worse, than getting a really, really good report, and then the next day you get out there thinking you're gonna do the same thing, and you hear these words: "You should have been here yesterday." That is the worst. I used to chase bites like that. I'd have an uncle say, "Man, we just killed them, man. They're happening." I go out there and nothing, absolute nothing. I've been skunked trying to do that before. I need 5 more likes, y'all. That's all I'm talking about. But man, it's hurtful, y'all. It is really hurtful to hear. It should have been here yesterday, and I'm trying to help y'all, um, shorten the learning curve. I want to help y'all shorten the learning curve. And this is the thing, guys. This information is free. I'm not even. I can't tell you how many people say, Ken, you're not charging people for that. You're not charging people to go live. It's like, no, I just want to help folks. You know. And I understand, the game is to be sold, not told, I guess. Um, but at the same time, and I'm sure there will come a point to where, we'll have some exclusive one-on-ones packages that somebody could buy if they were interested in something like that. Where I could have some one-on-ones and we could get down to the specifics. What lake are you on? What do you need help with? And we could do things like that. If y'all would be interested in something like that, where I could possibly offer one-on-ones. Now I wouldn't be able to do that one for free, just because I would have to clear out more time in my day, to do something like that. But if y'all would be interested in one-on-ones, um, where for a fee we break it down. I mean, break it down. I'd give you literally everything I would do on whatever lake. I'd give it to you. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't do that one for free, y'all. So hope y'all understand, man. We're taking time away from other things to do this. But guys, I am so happy that I'm able to do what I'm doing, man. Um, I am. I appreciate y'all listening to me. But I was a little worried we weren't gonna get any people on this live tonight, and we're now at 95 and holding. So thank each and every 96. Thanks each and every one of y'all that are watching, man. We had a couple of people ask if I could, clean the bluegill. I mean, excuse me, not clean the bluegill, but feed the bluegill in the tank tonight. I know the kids wanted to see it. I can't remember who asked that, but somebody said their kids wanted to watch, the bluegill feed. I don't remember who it was. If you're still on here, let me know. We might be able to do that, man. Uh-oh, I missed some. Uh, so Blake, are the big bluegill at the home lake. So no, the average size bluegill at Arlington is nothing like what Fairfield has going on. But they are still some hand-sized bluegill that are good. Um, so Bruce Walker asks, are all of the lakes that I fish weed-free? No, there's vegetation everywhere. And I think a lot of people are surprised when they get to Fairfield. That lake is plumb chock full of weeds, man. Okay. Angelo, yeah, sure. My son, name is Ian, and he is still watching, waiting on you to feed those fish. Bluegill feed. All right. Who else? Who else has bluegill feed? I haven't cut up any worms today, so y'all would have to let me cut them up first. Anybody else want to see the bluegill feed? Let's see. And while we're getting those comments, people want to see the bluegill feed. But see, in clear and shallow water, have you noticed that the panfish can see a bright colored bottom bomber and will slow bite? You kind of lost me. A bottom bomber. I don't know what that is. Let's see. In clear water and shallow water, have you noticed that panfish can see a bright colored bottom bomber and will slow bite? So no, to answer your question, I haven't seen that. In clear water though, I know that sometimes you need to fish lighter and slower with natural colored jigs. That's what I'm noticing when I fish clear water. Bluegill feeding, Jose Castro. Walk This Way series. Guys, y'all know that my man Dimitri is the pastor of New Beginnings uh, International Church. And we want to invite you, man, to the sermon series on Sunday, Walk This Way. It's a new series that he has going on, and he just closed out another one that I caught a little bit of that was pretty cool. And if y'all want to check that out, man, you can catch him 10:30 on Sunday morning on Facebook, and actually on the Hook City TV page, we'll do a watch party there for those that want to tune in. So if you want to get on the Facebook page under Hook City TV, you can see it there Sunday at 10:30 Central Standard. Justin, you can use your rod for whatever you please, but understand that it's a medium action rod. I'm not sure what you're targeting with it, but most ACCs are medium action rods. Let's see, what is the order number on the particular shirt? I don't see it still in your catalog. I want three. Are you on Facebook, Angela? If you're on Facebook, man, please send me a message. If you're on Facebook, please send me a message, and I'll send you the link, or Facebook, excuse me, or email, and I'll find the link and I'll send it to you so you can make your order, man. Because right now on live, I can't get you that information. But if you send me a message, I'll be able to get that information to you. Listen, Blake Clark, man, you got to get on the face. My sister actually lives right down the street from Joe Pool Lake, and she has a pond in that neighborhood. And I fished it once or twice with some decent fish in it. But I'm interested in knowing or seeing your pictures, man. Please, if you have a Facebook, actually, I feel like I've seen you on Facebook, especially if you're on the Hook City TV page. Please share them there or in my inbox. Either one will work for me, man. I'd love to find out about that. Man, we've been on for an hour. Okay, guys, two more likes and I'm going in to feed the bluegill. I gotta get to 100, right? Two more likes and I'm going in to feed the bluegill. And we're not talking about baby bluegill. For those that are wondering that have never seen me feed these bluegill, we're talking about I legit have a 1 pound bluegill in my tank right now, and probably one that's about 3/4. Um, a warmouth that's probably about 7, 8 inches long. A red ear that's about 6 to 7 inches long, and a crawfish that absolutely mutilates worms. One more like, man, and I gotta go in the house and feed these fish for y'all. No, listen. I don't have to eat every fish I catch, man. And really, I don't eat a lot of fish anymore, Blake Clark. My dad eats a lot of fish. All the bluegill, man. We caught 73 bluegill in a few hours, and they're all gone. I don't eat a lot of fish at all anymore. I'm that guy that only really likes them fried. So, being that I don't need to be messing with fried fish like that, I just don't eat them anymore. Who else said? Okay, hey, so Pearl Wavy, you might want to check. I don't know if my man Elbert Spears is on here. He owns the Ellis Crappie Shack. Um, he might have them still in stock. I wish he was still on here. You can find him on Facebook though. Elbert Spears is his name, and he also has a page, Ellis Crappie Shack, and he sells them in his store, and I know he ships. So he might have what you're looking for. Um, Leslie Thomas, what's going on, man? I ain't seen you in a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, brother. All right, look, I told y'all at 100, I got to go in and feed these bluegill. Y'all got me to 100 likes, which I'm appreciative of. Now we got to go. So let's get ourselves going. Ooh, something just bit me. Y'all ready to see the bluegill feeding, right? I'm gonna have to chop up worms, so y'all gonna have to just hang out with me while I do that. Yeah, Larry Watson. I actually like blackened crappie and bluegill. Scott Pace, what's going on, man? We're doing good. We're doing excellent, actually. We're gonna go in here and feed these bluegill because that's just the way I've been ending these lives lately. Um, I've also been ending them with prayer sometimes, and boy, this country can sure use some of that. Um, and yeah, yeah, and just showing love, man. Good night, G San. Good night. Um, let's see what we can get accomplished here, y'all. I got a lot of stuff I got to take out. I actually come out here. Um, I'm gonna leave my cup out here while I do this. Let's see. I don't want to. Hold on, y'all, cause I got a lot going on here. Oh, I'm going to the house. Okay. Okay. Gotta close mama up. I just got an inbox. I gotta turn on some lights for y'all in here. Okay. I'm getting it together. Y'all know I got to set it up. So if y'all would just bear with me. We're about to feed some bluegill. I just got an inbox. Is that you, Blake? I don't know what you look like, man. Is that you? Let's see. Yep. Oh man, yeah, those are boy, those are some kind of hybrid. They look like green sunfish though. That's pretty cool. Let me get that back off of there. I got y'all all up my nose. Y'all still with me? Everybody still with me? I'm almost ready. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Wee. Okay, I'll be feeding them over this way. So let's scooch everything this way. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it right there, y'all. All right, is everybody cool? Y'all can see? Actually, I can probably turn this. Let me see. Look at them, they're hungry too, y'all, so they're ready. Let me see. Will it allow me to turn it around? Let's see what we got here. Okay, there's the living room. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna turn it around so. Oh, shoot. Give me a minute, y'all. Yeah, those are some big ones, man. Those are some big ones, Blake. Okay, I just want I have to look at the plastic on the mount. Okay. Boy, listen, I'm doing it for y'all. Get y'all a slight bit closer. All right, y'all still with me? Y'all talking to me? Or y'all mad at me? Which one? Can everybody hear me still? Am I good on the audio? Well, my little comments ain't coming up. No, there are no crappie in here, Leslie. These are all so bluegill here. I'll point them out. Give me 1 second. Let's see what this light looks like. I just want to see what this light will look like. It might mess it up, but I want to see. Well, so I'll let the fish entertain y'all. And yes, they all have names. That's just the way I do things. Yeah, and that ain't gonna make it no better. Okay. All right. So one thing I've noticed, so it looks cloudy. It's actually actually decent water. And usually when I turn that one off, it kind of gives it a better look. Um, yeah, man. Okay, y'all are just checking me out, man. I hate this little piece of plastic right here is in the way, but maybe if I push it down that way a little bit. Oh, okay, that helped, didn't it? All right, so for people that want to know, here, if I open this, I usually can go to look up. So here's a warmouth. That's the one I've had the longest. I caught him at Arlington Lake. The goldfish is Lovey, and the reason we named him properly, we actually had two. One of them died, but we've had this fish for probably close to 2 years now. And Lovey literally picks on or kisses or nibbles on every fish in here. So that fish is properly named. This one is Pretty Boy. It's like a sunfish, man. It has the sunfish markings on it, the really pretty gill plate with like the turquoise look to it. Right now, he's real dark because he's the tank boss. Right here we have Grumps, and this fish is actually blind. Sadly, he hasn't eaten, and I'm probably gonna have to do as a responsible fish owner should. That's as far as I'm gonna go with that because I'm kind of sad about it. Because I take care of my pets, y'all. The red ear is behind the piece of wood. You can't see him, but he's behind this piece of wood. I have a red ear in there, and then back here in the back um, is the 1 pounder. So he's gonna come out. What we'll do. Um, so I feed these right here, the river shrimp, and nobody eats the river shrimp, but the warmouth, which is the one that's front and center. And then let me see. I'm gonna move this light back. See how that looks back there. Did that make it look any better? I'm gonna turn this light off so we can get the. See if we can get that to. Looks a little better, right? I'm guessing. Y'all with me? Yeah. So the goldfish, he ain't really eating on nothing, but he uh he just pecks at everybody. So again, the river shrimp, I cut the lights off because it just puts a really bad glare on the. So I put a couple of these up here now. Just watch because they're gonna bang as soon as I put. It's only two fish that are gonna eat these river shrimp, but watch this. So there's Big Boy. You see him now. He'll eat those shrimp, and that is caught when he was caught. That fish right there, that is a 1 pound bluegill right there. Not, I think it's a 1 pound. That's a for sure legit 1 pound bluegill, y'all. Um, Lastly, if you can see over here now, he's starting to move around. He knows we're about to feed. This is Mr. Krabs, which is a crawfish. Came from Fairfield as well. That's about a 7 inch crawfish, 8 inch crawfish. He's actually really big, man, for a crawfish. Um, I'm gonna put a couple more of these river shrimp in here. Again, Big Boy. Well, actually, Pretty Boy just ate one, and that ain't I my first time seeing him do it. But Meanie, which is what his name was prior to all these other fish coming in, and then uh, and then Boss, which is the 1 pound bluegill's name is Boss. All right. So next, we're gonna. I'm just gonna. I'll tell you what. I'll do whole worms because they've actually already ate today. But I'm down for the cause if the kids want to see. The kids want to see the fish eat. The kids get to see the fish eat. So here we are with the worm. I'm just gonna drop the first one in there, and I'm surprised he got it first. They'll actually eat out my hand. Watch this. Well, now they're funky acting. He'll eat. Woo. Gonna give him a floor wet. So the warmouth is gonna be full, that's for sure. Did y'all see that splash? Is there videos on finding crappie on clear water lakes? I'm sure there are. For me, I don't have many clear water lakes here, so you probably I don't have a one titled specifically for finding crappie on clear water lakes. Um, I do not. All right, did y'all see that big splash? That was kind of crazy, wasn't it? So big boy, I did not measure him. He's a guaranteed 10 inches though. Yeah, boss is a guaranteed 10 inches. Um, straight out of Fairfield. I mean, he is wearing it out. Let me just drop him down there. My warmouth is just eating up everything. I'm gonna have to clean my tank out in another week or so. The way they've been eating, and you know what? And after you eat, all right, y'all. Give me a minute. I'm gonna cut up a couple of these. Cut up a few of them. I had to turn that light back on for a second, y'all. Um, so cutting up worms like so. I'm about to cut these two up. That's the only way I can get without putting my hand in the tank. That's the only way I can get a worm down fast enough to my crawfish. Guys, I'm absolutely in love. And listen, I sit here and I watch these fish. I watch what they do, how they do it, how they interact with each other. And again, that's why some of them are named like they are. Pretty Boy is the tank boss, though. He puts everybody else in the corner. The only reason I allow it is because it doesn't affect the way that they eat. So I'm not gonna mess up their social structure. I'm gonna let them do their thing. Um, and again, I'll probably be losing Grumps here soon. So that's usually what I'll do right there, man. Just cut a few up, put them in my hand, or put them in a disposable cup, and put a little water in it, and I'll drop it all at the same time because these jokers, they gets out of hand. So you see my crawfish is in position. Y'all see him down here, y'all? So there's the worms, and there they are working out. So there's a worm that fell that way. He'd have to go that way to get him. Everybody's eating. And that's how I do it. Throw that away so I don't get in trouble. So I just want to know in the comment section, if I was to just leave this running, which I'm not going to do, but if I was to just leave this running, how many of y'all would sit here and just watch these fish? I wish it was more clear. Actually, I'm going to turn that light back off. So the crawfish went the wrong way. I won't starve him, y'all. I'll get some food down to him. But how many of y'all would sit here and watch this if I just kept this going? Let's see. Am I missing? I am missing comments. Goodness, I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see. Good night from Greg Coleman. Yes, sir. That's an awesome tank, Ken. Thanks, Leslie. Mr. Krabs wants that worm. I'll get him down to him, but it's hard. It's hard getting stuff down to him with those monsters up there like that. Um, have you ever fished Snake River? If so, any pointers? Never heard of Snake River, Denise. Um, taking a 4-day trip. That's pretty cool. I hope y'all do well. So Jose, I tried to get him to eat out of my hand, and he just backed up from it. I think he was more um, tuned into my hand than the actual worm. I may try again before I give up on him, but I don't want to just watch him starve to death because he's not eating. He is not eating. Never fished right Patman, going to, and I plan on doing it this year, hopefully. Um, okay, the Snake River runs through Idaho. All right, so a little bit of bullying going on. The redder actually just came out. So him, this is what I love right here, guys. So him and the warmouth are about the same size. Look how dark. Here's the warmouth over here. Look how dark he just got, y'all. Man, I wish I could clear that picture up so y'all can see it the way I'm seeing it. That warmouth is pitch black right now, and that every time the redder comes around, he gets mad at him. Okay, so here they are together over here, and they don't fight, but they just look at each other. Um, yeah, they stare each other down real good. Let's see. Have not been to Idaho. Listen, I'm ready to go everywhere. Yeah, Larry, man, I can sit here and watch these bluegill all day. I really can, man. I really can. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can get y'all a little bit closer once again without rattling it too much. Cause I really want y'all to get a good look at all the colors that I see when I'm looking at these fish, y'all. That's what I love. Is that a little bit better? I'm gonna turn that other light back on, see what happens. Just to see. Again, you can see his eyes. So what happened was when I put him in the live well, I know some of y'all have experienced this before. I mean, he just acted a fool in that live well. And what he did is he scarred up his eyes, hitting the sides of the live well. And in turn, he had these big old white puff balls on his eyes. And of course, Lovey was picking at him and picked the scarring off. And I think that ultimately messed him up pretty bad. Um, I got a feeling I'm gonna lose my crawfish soon because this dude right here, every now and again, he takes a real hard look at that crawfish. But that's not no baby crawfish. He's just as big as he is. That's probably about a 9-inch bluegill right there. He's just smaller than. Um, let's see if he looks at him again. Yep. So he just peeked under the wood and looked at that crawfish again. I got a feeling once that crawfish has to lose his shell, he's gonna get after him. So we're gonna let nature take its course. I just have to give me another crawfish, I guess. But there he is, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. All the fish, one, two, even Lovey, three, four, five, and him swimming around the whole tank. And look, he's got his gills all flared out now. And man, just a beautiful fish, y'all. Look at the gills. He's giving it to you now. That's pretty boy. Look, he's about to go over there and bully some people. If y'all have suggestions on what I should do to this tank, I thought about adding some stuff, but these fish are so big, I didn't want to just go crazy with the decorations. I figured some wood and then some natural color rock, pea gravel, whatever you want to call it, was good enough. Um, was gonna get rid of my goldfish, but that's my baby's fish, and she ain't trying to hear it. Let's see. Yeah, man, that's a lot of work. I tell you what, there's stuff to help it, and the cool thing is my kitchen sink is literally a couple of feet away. So I bought a snake, and I was able to do water changes real easy with the right fitting to go on my sink. I'm so bad with fish tanks that if I watched yours too long, they would die. Ken Walter, come on, man. Uh-oh, no sound. Are y'all able to hear me? If you can hear me, say yes, please. I want to know if y'all can hear me. Heidi, God bless you too. Thank you. Nice, nice. What about lakes that change water depths all the time? So you mean water that fluctuates, that they actually like let water out and all that kind of stuff? As long as the water isn't rising or falling too much, the fishing should still be good. Um, there's a few lakes that when they let water out the lake, the fishing kind of gets bad, and that's because the levels are fluctuating, and they have to get used to them again. Yeah, JC, man, I love everything about these fish. I hate my tank is so dirty right now. Look at it. I mean, he's giving it to y'all. Look at him. He's giving it to y'all right now. Let me see. He's giving it to y'all right now, boy. Cheeks all flared out, and boy, he looking good. And then Meanie over there, down there at the bottom. That's really his little spot. And then, of course, there's Mr. Krabs looking for some scraps that they drop. Look at the belly. I wish he can come out here so y'all see the belly. That dude just ate like 3 worms. And that's actually how I used to feed him prior to getting all the other big boys. And now they kind of bully him. But I mean, he's giving y'all a live show. He's over there just doing his thing. And then again, big boy, for whatever reason, not Grumps, but boss, yeah. Look, he about to get bullied now. See him go back in that corner. It's kind of funny if you ask me. Okay, everybody can hear me. I got a bunch of yeses. David Lewis, hit me with a question, man. I'm here for it, brother. Lamar Richardson, what's going on, man? What's going on? So, guys, if anybody's wondering, that is a 100-gallon tank, man. What time is it? 9:47. I'm about to get my butt off of here in a minute. Look, he just tried to eat my bluegill. I'm gonna have to get a worm down to him, and I don't know how to do it. Last thing. Now, if y'all want to see something that's interesting, man, I love watching this crawfish, y'all. You want to talk about something I love watching? I love watching this and look, he's always acting like he wants a part of that crawfish. Let me see if I can get y'all. I love watching that crawfish. Man, I wish I could get some crappie fry in there, but I can't, man. Yes, sir, David Lewis. So the knob, not the knob, but the T handle that I use to go left to right, um, comes from Low Pro Rod Rack. You should check it out um, if you have either a Minn Kota Ultrex trolling motor or a Garmin Force. The Low Pro Rod Rack will work for you and your live scope unit, man. I actually really enjoy it. I know a lot of people say that you can. I know a lot of people say that you want to be hands free and all that good stuff, man. But I've been able to do everything that people have explained that they do with it mounted on their trolling motor with me using that handle. So I'm very happy with it, man. Again, I've never fished right Patman. Denise Lincoln, your husband wants to fish with us. At the moment, we don't do any types of fishing charters. Again, as in earlier, I talked. No, it won't work on a Tarova. I talked about possibly giving away a trip to go catch some bluegill or crappie. I guess I will leave it up to the person who wants to catch the fish. I could do either or, just as a hangout trip, and I might be doing that real soon. Look at this crawfish, man. So Jeremy Elam, if I was to be bank fishing for the summer, I would try to find access to a deep dock, um, and if they're allowing you to, I would really brush it out. I would really put brush on a deeper dock, and I'm saying deeper as in 10 foot or deeper. Man, the deeper the better. In the summer, I like to fish about 15 foot or better, or search in 15 foot or better. And I usually have really great success at about 15 foot or better. So off of docks, and I know some places let you fish off the bridge and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I would do in the summertime from the bank. Yes, ma'am, Miss Denise. We do appreciate it. I do appreciate the support on the channel as well. Man, guys, this is crazy that this many people are sitting here watching this. I need to get my tank cleaned up a little bit better. And I ought to go live and just let y'all watch the fish with me. And I'll answer questions like this, I guess. Another thing I thought about doing was having them in the background. Okay, there they are fighting. Like I was telling you, the red ear and the warmouth go to getting at each other, and that's what they're doing now. If you can see in there, they're flashing at each other side by side. Okay, he just run out, and there's the warmouth. He doesn't like anybody under that piece of wood right there. That's I think he claims that as he is. He claims it as he is. Um, I wish that bluegill didn't bully my big 1 pounder because I like for him to come out. And you can barely see him, but he's back there right now in the very back. Let me see if I can move this around a little bit and give y'all a better look. Before we get off of here, man, I'm sitting here enjoying myself, y'all. Let's see, let's see. Okay, so there's the other side of him. There's my warmouth. Check this out. This is my buddy right here. I ought to feed him right there while he's right there. That's a big old crawfish, y'all. My buddy right there, man. And then again, his belly is so big right now. He's chock full. It's my warmouth. He doesn't like anybody. This is the only fish that he wants to be by himself, pretty boy. But the only fish he'll allow on this side of the tank is these two, Lovey and the red ear, which the red ear is still kind of finicky. All right. I'm not gonna do nothing to scare you. Okay, there's my red ear under that piece of wood there. All right, y'all. Let me turn this back around real quick so I can close it out. Man, I hope y'all again every Thursday night. 8 o'clock. And then again, if y'all want to join me on Instagram, Sunday at 6 o'clock. Oh, these gnats are out here. We're not in the summertime now. Get my cup. Sunday, 6 o'clock, Instagram, Hook City TV. I'll be there. I hope y'all are having a good night.
You want to show them this big old baby?
Do I want to show them my big old baby? So.
Don't show me.
Okay, well, there's my baby. She. Okay, going on in there. Guys. Well, don't drop my baby.
I'm not gonna make a walk.
No, I'm not gonna walk.
Come here, sugar bear. Come on, focus.
My baby just as tall as her mama, and my baby don't want to. My baby mama don't want to be on camera. Guys, I love y'all. If I haven't said it already, again, check us out, man. We'll be there. Check out my man Demetric Norwood, New Beginnings International Church. Y'all have a good night, man. God bless. Until next week, y'all be safe, be careful, love on one another out there, man. Try to understand somebody else's troubles. Continue to pray. Do not lose sight of God in all of this. I love you. Go catch you some fish, man. I want to hear about it. I want to see it posted on the Hook City TV page on Facebook. Can you think of anything else I need to say?
No.
No. The fish say bye, y'all. They enjoyed it.
We love y'all.
And we love
Hook
each and
City.
every one of y'all. Hook City TV is your boy Fishing King, Hook City TV. I'm out here.